What's up, everybody? What's up, world? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? What's up to the whole internet, social media community? We here in the Basement Show. Basement Show After Dark, the little spin-off, the little sister show. Today, I got a very special guest on, funny man, right here in the Natty, Cincinnati, for those that don't know. My man, Brandon Charles is in the house. What's up, Brandon?
What's going on, my brother?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling all right.
Good?
Feeling all right.
I was on your Facebook. You know, I always kind of people Facebook before I go on there to get some ideas about them. I saw some photos of your 21st birthday. I was kind of talking about that earlier. So you brought it in with a bang.
Yeah, definitely, man. I was drunk. I'm not really a drinker, but I had a, Dusty Lewis, the comedian Dusty Lewis.
Heard of him, yeah.
Yeah, okay, he's a pretty funny guy. I hooked up with him for my birthday, and we all went to this bar. It was probably me and him and 4 white guys. And then the bartender just kept giving us shots. And then he was like, man, you ready to go? You gonna drive home? I was like, yeah. I got up and it was just over after that. And I was slumped. So it was over, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, anytime you hanging out with 4 white guys, you know you're gonna get drunk.
Oh, yeah. They just, come on, man. Yeah.
Bring another shot, dude. You can do it, come on.
That's exactly what happened, man. Oh, yeah, I was toe up, man.
I think that's the thing. I think most people is that kind of like when you turn 21, it's that, I can legally drink now.
Yeah.
Let me do that.
Yeah.
And then the end result is passed out somewhere.
Oh, yeah. It made me never want to drink again. Yeah, so.
So you born and raised here in Cincinnati?
Definitely. College Hill, Cincinnati.
College Hill? What's up, College Hill?
What's up, College Hill? Lantana.
So born and raised Cincinnati, like family, brothers, sisters?
Yeah. I live with my mom. Still, I'm trying to get out. That's the thing with comedy right now. So.
But you know what? Living with mom, economically.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mom still can cook.
Yeah, she still can. But she don't cook, man. What she does, it took me 21 years to learn my mama. I finally just now learned at the age of 21, if I clean up, she'll cook.
Right.
I just learned that shit now. I just now learned that. So when I come in the house, I clean up and she cooks.
See, you gotta throw that little extra in, because you have to, when you get 21, and especially sometimes when you hit 18 with moms, pops, or whatever, they start having that look like.
Yeah. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Yep.
Like in the Fridays, they're like, either you go to school, or you go to work.
Yep.
You gotta do something.
Exactly.
Or you gonna get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's real, man.
Yeah,
so you're a comedian. I'm always curious, how and why did you want to get into this whole thing of trying to make folks laugh?
Well, number one, I always been trying to make people laugh ever since I probably was about 8 years old. We used to have, in the 4th grade, I think we used to have this thing called Story Something every Friday. And I used to get up in front of the class, and then I used to have a funny story to make the whole class laugh every Friday. And I always wanted to do that. So then my mom's first husband, he was hilarious. So I just wanted to be like him. So he was funny. So, and then, that's kind of what I wanted to do with it, man. And I kind of, over time, I knew one day I was going to jump into it. I just never knew. But then as soon as I hit 18, I jumped right into it. But
so your first gig, when you turned 18 and you decided you want to do this, what was your first debut, your debut?
Okay. Well, actually, when I first turned 18, I went to Go Bananas. Shout out to Go Bananas. I went to Go Bananas, man, and then it was a bringer show. You had to bring 5 people, and they wouldn't let me go on because I didn't have 5 people.
What?
Yeah. So that sucked. Yeah, so I had to, I went to Mad Frog, and I did a set there, but nobody was there really laughing. So I kind of was like, okay, all right. Well, then I hooked up with Jabron. Shout out to Jabron Arnold. Shout out to you, man. I hooked up with him, and I did a set there, man. I was nervous, and I was drunk, and I was late. And I was late. When I got there, he's like, where you been? You going first? I'm like, oh, shit. And I knew nothing about comedy then, and he just made me just go up there. You know, he introduced me with the new thing. Well, everybody starts somewhere. Eddie Murphy started here,
Right.
and then he just threw me up there. People were laughing. It was a good time, and that was the first one, man. I damn near almost threw up on the goddamn stage. I was so nervous, but it was fun.
But the people laughed.
No, people laugh, but it wasn't. Now that I look on that set, I'm like, oh god, it hurts to watch. You ever just watch something that just, god.
But see, you know, that's the thing, man. That I'm always talking about with artists, from musicians, filmmakers, actors, comedians, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The thing what a lot of people have to learn is like you learned there. It's like you can never disrespect any art form in the sense that you can just think like, oh, I can just go out there and do this. Because when you do that, that's basically what you're saying for all of those who do it well, who came before you. Yeah. It's just like, how dare you?
Right.
You can come up here and just do this.
Right, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So it's a learning thing that teaches you that, you know, like, I got to like be on my A game when I'm doing this because it requires that.
It definitely does, man. It's a craft, man. I thought looking on TV, all you gotta do is be funny. Like, that ain't, no, it's way deeper than that.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
Because I have tried it a few times here when we was doing the basement show. I always tell people that, you know, I play a comedian. I'm not really one, but every once in a while I can say some funny shit. Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah. But it works. Yeah. So, do you like, how do you, like, far as your material, do you just kind of like, is it stuff that goes on in your everyday life? Is it a family? Is it just sometimes, or maybe you just grab some stuff from just wherever to write down or to play out on the stage? How do you come about getting your materials?
How do I come about it? I'm an emotional person, so like my definitely a lot of my stuff comes from my emotions. But how I write it is like basically I take something. I'm trying to steal my shit. I try to take some.
Yeah, you might want to hold off because I know they be some thieves out there. Be careful.
Yeah, I'll be careful, baby. What I do, you know, I'm not gonna let you know everything. But what I basically do, how I come about it is I take what was going on in my life. I take a serious line or whatever is going on, whether it's relationships or if I had a altercation in the gas station. I take that serious line and then I make something up. Okay. I juice the story up and then I add a banger to it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that's what I do. When I finally learned the science to it, it kind of comes natural to me. Now I'm playing with it now, but I'm still learning. I've only been doing it for like a year and a half, so I'm still learning.
Yeah, but you know, being that you're fresh in the game, but you know, the thing is that it's like you are willing to put in the work to get better at it.
Definitely.
And being like, okay, 21, 22 now, right?
About to be 22 in November.
22. So you like this young, upcoming comedian.
Youngest one in Cincinnati.
Youngest one in Cincinnati doing this thing. So how do that feel like when you watch all these sort of veterans that, you know, because I guess you being a young guy and a fresh guy, you opening up for all these other folks. So then that allows you to be able to like sit back and watching all these other greats from Flo and Andy Montgomery and Hayward and all these other folks, you know, that's doing this thing. If I let somebody's name out, I'm sorry, but we're trying to get this interview in. I could be here all day saying people's names. Right. But how is that like to sit back and after you done your bit and get to sit and watch them?
Because I get to learn from everybody. You know, I get to learn from everybody. And I don't mean just like, you know, just basically somebody sitting there teaching me. Like, I really study everybody, because my goal is to become a all-around comic. I don't want to just be a comic that caters just to black people. I don't want to be a comic just caters just to white people. I want everybody to laugh. So I look at what, you know, I get up there and I watch a white veteran like Chris Seymour. I get up there and see what he's doing. Why are these white people laughing? Why are they laughing at him? Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Well, why is Hayward making these people laugh? You know, why is Dusty making? I watch all that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what really helps me, watching other people and watching film too. Just
see that, and that's the whole thing about, like I said, about the whole, you know, getting into the craft or whatever it is. If it's comedy, if it's singing, if it's film, or acting, whatever it is, it's always, you know, that's my thing. Is like, 'cause being a filmmaker, I'm big on like going back, not looking at all of the current movies. It's like just, you know, box office hits and big box office like movies, but to go back and look at some of that old stuff, you know, and look at how can I use a little of that stuff and bring it up into the day, you know. So it's so important to study those who've done the thing before you. Definitely. So like material, as far as like when you're on stage, is there a certain like areas, because I'm always curious about, because I know I've seen some comedians who just like, it seems like there's no topic that they won't touch. And I'm always kind of curious about that. Like, there's somewhere they got to be. I mean, I know, like, you can find humor, because I was just saying it the other day, and it was a weird thing. And I was saying it to my wife, and it was like it was a tragic situation. It was a death, but it was something kind of weird about it. And I was like, I didn't want to say nothing to her to make her feel like, oh my God, you just cracked a joke about it. It's tragic. Right. But you can find humor.
You can find humor in just about everything. Death,
right.
Anything. Right. It's there.
It's there.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
So how do you like? Is there some areas that you just like? Some stuff is just like, I just don't go there. I just don't touch on.
I try to. See, what I use is something I'm learning now, because I'm not performing in front of people my age. I'm performing in front of the grown, older people. Right. So that was something I had to learn. I'm not performing, so they don't understand. Y'all do understand, but then some of y'all don't understand. So my thing was I had to do was I try not to touch like stuff that people are too sensitive about, like people, it's this thing going on right now. If I'm gay, you can't talk about me. Right. So I try not to touch gay topics. I try not to, but I'm gonna crack gay jokes. I will talk about a gay girl. I will talk about gay boys. I will do it, but I try not to touch that gay thing. That is the thing that people are so sensitive with right now. That's one thing I'm trying to stay away from. But it's so tempting because it's so funny to me.
Right. Well, and I think here's the thing. Because it's the whole movement with gays and rights and marriage and all this kind of thing that's going on. There's going to come a time when it's going to be like so behind us, right? And the issue was going to be so sensitive that people ain't going to be able to touch on. Right. Is people that want to marry their pets. Right. Find it okay that I want to marry my pit bull, and there should be no problem with me sleeping with the pit bull. Right. As long as I'm wearing protection. Because at some point, I mean, as humans in this country, we draw the line on anything, And how do you even how can you challenge somebody to say that, he got rights, it's a free country, this is America. Right. Why come you can't marry his pit bull? Right.
I feel that. And I feel that. It's fucking white girls that they fuck donkeys and shit. I mean, it's all type of crazy stuff. I mean, you could talk about
www.donkeymyass.com. I don't know how I knew about that, but anyway.
But that's the one thing I do try to stay away from, man. But I feel like I'm a comic. I should be able to talk about whatever I want to talk about, But what I do try to talk about is like what's going on right now in my generation. Because with you guys being older. You guys got nephews, you guys got kids, and all this stuff my age, all these people my age, and you guys, you want to know what's going on in our world. Right. Yeah. You want to know. Yeah. So that's why I try to talk about that stuff. I try to talk about what, basically, I have an old soul. I try to, hey, I'm with y'all. I'm seeing the dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's baffling to us. Every generation is like, from my parents' generation, they're always like, oh, this young generation is crazy, out of control. Yeah. But I always felt like where I'm at, I'm going on 53, I'm 52. Okay? I said it. I don't always say it, but I do. I'm going on 53. I got my kids, 20, 25, and one's 30s. And I'm trying to figure okay, I'm one of them now, this generation. Y'all motherfuckers crazy.
Crazy.
I mean,
they crazy.
Crazy. I mean, the clothing, and it's like I said, I'm not so not far attached from what's going on in today's culture and all that. Right. But some of this shit just no, you should not be walking around looking like that.
I don't get it, man. And it's crazy and I think it's because it's the TV, man. It's TV. It's that TV Terran minds. This is a true story. I got a homie, man. He real cool. Playing a game one day. He said, "Hey, man, you gonna get some drinks?" I said, "Yeah, man, let's go get some drinks, man. We go get some drinks, whatever." He said, "I might get dressed." One of the flyest guys I know, always up on fashion. Man, I kid you not, man. He came out and he was ready. Had on a snapback, a polo shirt, and some type of fucking skirt with I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, no. How you go from polo to a skirt? Hey, this shit cute. This shit hot, ain't it? Nah, that shit ain't hot, man. I can't. God damn it.
See,
I just can't do it, man.
Some guys like yourself and some other, y'all gotta take the lead way.
Yeah.
And take that young generation, get them back in line, man. We need y'all to do this shit because when fellas start wearing skirts, man, I seen
Yeah.
Kanye on stage with it. I'm like, you know, Scottish people, what they would call it, Celts. That's their culture.
Yeah.
Brothers,
Yeah.
if you wearing a skirt, you gay.
Yeah,
That's
you
what I'm
gay.
saying. You gay.
You gay.
Trans,
You gay. You
whatever
wearing
they
a
call
skirt, you gay.
transgender.
Ain't no
whatever.
cute
No,
gangster about it. You
nothing
can't. You can't be doing drive-bys in the minis.
I mean, what you gonna do? You gonna be your mini skirt? You can do a beat. Yo, what? You can pull up your skirt, pull out your Glock from your thong or something.
I'm not taking you seriously, man. It's ridiculous, and that's why I want to get on stage to talk about this shit.
Yeah.
So I can be, you know, so they can be like, hey, this shit is stupid. You know, let's let Brandon Charles get up here and talk about this. You know, I want to be the voice of the generation. That's what I'm shooting for, man.
That's what that's what's up.
Yeah.
Cause I'm a real political. I'm in the politics.
I'm in that shit too. My thing right now is, I'm still at the stage where like I'm at the point right now where I'm finally getting my groove. I'm finally hitting these stages. Like right now, I'm making people laugh. Like I'm going back to back, making people laugh. So people are still putting me in that. Hey, you just a young guy, man. So we're gonna give you 5 minutes. We're gonna give you 6 minutes. So I don't have the time to be able to touch everything I want to talk about yet. So basically right now I'm at the point right now, me and my like going into this second year, like I'm trying to, it's like a respect thing with me. I'm trying to earn respect. Like they know, I mean, older people know that I'm able, like, oh, B Silly, he's funny, or Brandon Charles, he's funny. He's able to go up here and do it, but they won't give me the time I need. You know, I have a lot of shit.
Right.
I can talk about religion. I'm real deep into African American history and all type of stuff. I just want to just talk about, but I can't get into those different topics right now. So right now, what I'm doing is hitting them with these, you know, this little stuff that can fit in this 5-minute set.
Right.
And it sucks right now, but I just sit right here and I'm being patient with it. So
that's cool. I mean, you know, so that makes you even have to be where you have to have your stuff like tight, and then they got to be coming in like where I'm just coming in dropping these bombs, like boom, boom,
and
boom.
that's what I got to do.
I'm in and I'm out. You know?
Yeah. And that's how I'm doing. I'm going in here and do 5 minutes. Get about like, whoa, why? And then they got people asking like, why are you doing more time? I got people come to shows like, that was it. Like, you ain't gonna do more time, but you know, I'm waiting. You know, eventually those 5 minutes are gonna be okay. You gotta do some more time than that.
Right.
Know? So that's cool. You know?
So the comedians today, what comedians is out there? Either comedians in the past that when you watch them or whatever, you see them on TV and you just sit there and kind of in awe and like, man, he's one of the greatest. He's one of the best of all times.
I have to say, man, the Mac man, Bernie Mac.
Oh.
Man. Yeah, the Bernie Mac.
I ain't scared of you, motherfucker.
Bernie Mac is just man, he is crazy. Then him and Dave Chappelle. I like a lot of the underground guys nobody really talk about, like Corey Holcomb.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Oh, he's hilarious. I just like, you know, and really when I'm watching these comics, it's not like most people watch, oh, he's funny. I'm watching how he sets up his jokes, and how he hits his punchlines and the faces that he makes. I'm like, oh, that's ingenious right there.
Right.
So I'm watching stuff like that. And one of the masters, man, one of my favorites is D. Ray Davis. I love D. Ray Davis.
Okay.
That's who I sit there and I'm like D. Ray. I love D. Ray, man. I love D. Ray. I like D. Ray a lot.
Yeah, I'm always watching these different comedians. I find them on Netflix, whatever. A dude that he cracks me up right now is Bill Burr.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's funny.
Yeah, but for me, old school, my great was Richard Pryor. I mean,
of course.
You know, Richard Pryor.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you gotta bow down to those guys. Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy. You know, you got your Chris Rocks. Those guys Chris, he can touch on all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy, man.
So I heard they was talking about this, and I think Eddie was on. I think it was on the Arsenio. He might have been talking about that on some other show. And he was talking about coming back and doing stand-up. And I was kind of like, I think it's like in anything. I think when you're really good at something, you're always good at it. Yeah. But there's also that part where you kind of get rusty at it, and you got to get your feet wet again. I was like, after all these other movies and things that Eddie done, to see Eddie on stage, it'd be just like...
Yeah, it wouldn't sit right with me. I don't know. I mean, because his movie game has fell off. I'll just keep it real. Eddie, your movie game has fell. What's that movie, 1,000 Words? You see what you see?
You know, I'm going to be honest. Some stuff when I see pop up trailers of Eddie, it just... I haven't seen anything. I love Eddie Murphy, but it's like I haven't seen anything that popped up that made me like I want to go see.
Yeah, I want to go see that. I haven't. You know, little shit like even Daddy Daycare was decent. Yeah, but it's just like I mean, come on, Eddie, you gotta do better than that, man.
Yeah.
Come on, you Eddie Murphy, man.
Yeah.
You gotta do better than that, man.
Come back, come strong.
Yeah.
So what's like where you want to go with your stuff? Do you want to like get into film and do your own like HBO special and all of that kind of stuff?
Hell yeah, that's the goal. Hell yeah, but I'm just kind of just taking it slow, man. I really, my thing is now like I'm just trying to somebody sat down to me like, you know, you can have a dream or whatever, but you gotta have goals within that dream.
Right.
You gotta have goals and this and that. But eventually, yeah, I do want to have my own hour special and do all that. That's why I started young, so it gives me a little more time. You know, give me a little more time. So a lot of guys out here, you know, still 35. Not hating on y'all, but you know, just it gives you, you know, you got kids and family, and you can't get that time.
Dude, you nailed it right. It's so much harder. It's like I got into film when I was like in my 30s. I would have loved, and I got into photography when I was in my 20s. I wish it could have been reversed. I would have loved to have gotten into film in my 20s because I was like, man, I'd be a beast right now.
Yeah.
You'd be able to fuck with me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm still a beast though.
Yeah, you're still a beast.
So so the end game is the majors.
The majors. I really want to be there. That's why I really want to be. You know, I really want to make a living doing comedy because I really don't want to do shit else like I did. But I feel like I'm doing everything I wanted to do in one. Because when I used to want to be a doctor, I used to want to be a journalist, and I used to want to be a teacher. I could do all that shit in one. You know, being a doctor, you're healing people with laughter.
Yeah.
You know, journalist, touch on current events. You know, teaching, you can teach people whatever.
There you go.
It's all in one.
It's all in one.
It's all in one.
So you're killing it all. One bird, one stone. You know? So the thing though, it's like it's a process, and I think a lot of times with people that if it's comedy, if it's acting, if it's singing or whatever, like we talking about your generation, sometimes I think they just like want it to happen right now. Like, give me the stuff right now. I'm funny. I'm talented. Why I can't get a stage of my own? Why can't you know? And it's like
it takes time and work.
Patience.
Yeah, definitely.
If you got patience, it'll eventually get there. How is the family with all of this? Because like you know, you're like okay, have your mom? As she came to one of the shows, how is she with all the language and all that?
Actually, my mom came to my show on my 21st first birthday week. And I came out and I was like, I had this on my Facebook page if you want to see it. I had came out. And I was like, you know, mom in the house makes some noise. Everybody makes some noise. And I was like, man, it feel good to cuss in front of my mama tonight. And I just went ham. Oh, ain't this about a bitch? Ain't this a bitch? Ain't this some shit? And I was like, I know she looking like, I'm going to kill this motherfucker. Get out this day. Oh, I just went in just cussing. Because it felt good to cuss in front of her. But, you know, she let me know, like, you know, I really knew she was feeling the whole thing when she went to go see Chris Tucker. And I was doing a show in Columbus. She went to go see Chris Tucker. She made sure she stood in line and got a Chris Tucker shirt autograph that said, God bless you, Brandon Charles, a.k.a. B Silly. God bless you, man, from Chris Tucker. Got a shirt autograph and gave it to me. I cried tears of joy. I was so goddamn happy she got that shirt. That meant a lot. That's how I knew she really supports me. But my mom is tough.
Okay.
You know, she's a tough mom. You know, she don't give me too much leeway on, like, I think you should do this or I think you should go to school. Like, she'd be like, hey, as long as you out my house by 25, I don't give a fuck what you do.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But my dad, you know, he doesn't stay with us, but that's the main one. Like, I think you should do something else. Go to law school.
Have you seen the comedy? Have you came and checked you out?
He came to a couple shows. He likes it. He thinks I'm funny, but he thinks it's just a hobby. He doesn't think I should chase it and really go sleep in my car in L.A. and some shit like that. Like,
but that's how parents are.
That's how parents are. I feel it. You know?
They feel like a job is delivering mail.
Yeah.
You hit the time clock.
Yep.
You know, you got a check coming every week. That's a job.
Yep.
And then this art thing, you know, like you ain't getting paid, you're doing this, you're traveling, it's costing you money. But they don't understand a lot of times that that's how you get to the point of Eddie, Chris Rock, and all of them. It's like that's how you get to that point. You got to put in the road work.
And they just, and I understand they just being parents. So I let it go, you know. But I don't listen. I don't listen to that shit. I'm still gonna continue to do what the hell I want to do.
So that schedule, is that like how is that? Is that something that you think you would be real cool? Because I know you're trying to get to that point, so you have to put in this work. But to just be on the road, like, just. Yeah.
I mean, I'm young, so I want to travel. So that's one thing with me. I want to go here. I want to be in Columbus and California the next day, or do something here and go here and go here. Plus, I'm young. I'm single. I ain't got no kids. Man, I can meet me a woman I can go get a hotel room and get nasty and then go somewhere else. Then if I want to come back, I can be like, oh, hey, you still over there in Indianapolis, right? And I can go there and do the Indianapolis show, and then I got something there. So I'm cool with it. So
that's a good thing. Young, enjoy it.
Yep.
Keep it wrapped up. Keep it wrapped up. Because then what happens is you get that HBO special, and they all in the front row.
They all in the front row.
Brandon, with my child support.
Oh yeah,
they sitting in the front row. They got the babies on the lap, and then you sitting there, and you gonna have plenty of material after that.
Oh
shit.
yeah. I'm cool.
Non-stop
I'm
after
cool.
that.
And these girls crazy. They're trying to trap your ass.
Oh my god! I mean, when I started, when I started hearing about these, like, the basketball players and turkey basters and using turkey basters and taking the condom and all of this shit and saying, I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, who diabolical mind think of some crazy shit? Y'all do.
Fucking crazy, man. You're fucking crazy, man. And it starts because, I don't know, man. Some of their mamas fucked up too. So
crazy short story. Go ahead. I know you got one. Female date, whatever. You ain't gotta say her name. She'll probably know the story if you say it. Do you got one?
I got a bunch of fucking female stories. Alright, well, this is recently. This is just a short story. I was kicking it with this girl, and first of all, hold on. We talk about just a crazy story, like her being crazy, or like
her crazy and the date turning out to be crazy.
Oh, okay. We can talk about that. Well, basically, I was dating this girl. She was cool, whatever, but she started working a lot. I was around 17. She started working a lot. I had just got my L, so I'm riding around. Start talking to this other girl on the side. Social media kills everything. So I posted some song, and then some girl commented on like, "Yeah, that's about me, ain't it, boo?" Then she kind of like, "Bitch, what you think?" And then they going at it. They going all day, going at it. So I'm at the gym, hooping. I come back, I see like 300 comments, and then I can scroll all the way down to the end and said, "Bitch, meet me in Bond Hill." I'm like, oh damn. So my dumb ass go up there and try to watch the fight because I want to see two girls fight over me. So I go up there, I watch the fight. They fight, and I'm, ooh, okay, all right. I watch the fight. So they get done fighting, they shake hands or whatever. They cool. So I'm getting ready to go home. After they get done watching the fight, the aunt say, "Nah, y'all fighting over here. Y'all need to go whoop his ass." So I was like, oh. All right, so I'm just chilling with my brother. I'm like, you ready to go? So then next thing you know, I got like 20 girls surrounding me.
Oh my!
Yeah, so I'm looking around like, one girl got a knife. Like,
oh shit!
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit. So like, I'm just chilling. Like, I'm just sitting here chilling. Okay, I'm gonna keep myself together. So the one girl come over and was like, "Don't you touch him." I was like, "Yeah, she got my back." Some dyke comes out of nowhere and was just something that was like, "I'm gonna whoop your ass." I'm like, I looked to my brother like, she ain't gonna hit me. As soon as I turn around, I get socked by the dyke. And I fall into the fence. And then next thing you know, I got all these girls jumping me. And then, and then I got the one girl still trying to fight me. All the girls fighting me. My brother nowhere to be found. I'm like, hell you at? I was picking up my keys. I'm like, oh, shit. So I'm salty. I get in the car and I'm getting ready to drive off. This is so funny to me now, but I get in the car, I'm getting ready to drive off. So one of the girls I was messing with threw a damn rock in the window while I was getting ready to drive off. She threw it in the window, cracked me in the head.
Oh my!
I got so pissed, I tried to smack the shit out of her, but I forgot my seatbelt was on. So I tried to get out the car and I was like, oh shit. I did. The seatbelt held me back. I was pissed. I just drove off. Went to my cousin's house, and then, they a bunch of gangsters. I said, I just got jumped, man. Y'all got to come help me. They strapping up guns. Like, all right, we going to handle it. Where they at? I said, yeah, them girls around the corner. Them bitches. Oh, I ain't fighting no girls. Hell, got your ass jumped by some girl. Oh, crazy day, man.
Oh, man.
Crazy day.
See, that's the joys of being young. See, this kind of crazy shit only happen with folks that's young like this. Old guys like me, we don't get into this kind of stuff. We at home.
Yeah, old guys, I ain't going to watch them bitches fight.
Oh, that's like a movie I did. Let me jot that one down. Man, so where can they find you at? How do they look you up on Facebook, Twitter? What do they want to look for to find you?
Follow me on Instagram at Comedian Be Silly. Facebook is Brandon Charles. Twitter, Comedian Be Silly. And that's pretty much it, man.
Well, Brandon, Glad to have you on the show.
Uh-huh.
Came in, did his thing, talked to us, let us know about his life. His mom, is still dealing with that. And then, then the date thing that went totally crazy. I mean, that was just totally out of control. But it's one of those nights when you're young and you're having fun, and that's what being youthful is all about. Thanks for coming in, man.
Ain't no thing, man.
Stay tuned for the next one when we come back with the Basement Show After Dark. Because sometimes we do it in the day, but I call it After Dark. But enjoy. Stay tuned. YouTube, Facebook, world. We're there. All right. We out of here.
We out of here, man.